now, and then I can put the link on, and if Abby or Jade want to have a look, they can have a look. So I was on a call last night with Francis Haugen, and I thought it was really helpful. He was talking about how his business changed like in a week. He's been, I think, 7 years trying to get to the level he's at now, and it literally just, it felt like it all happened overnight, but it didn't, because obviously he said he wasn't consistently working his business. And then as he got his team together, and one or two people in his team just took off, and that it said it made him realize he had to raise the bar himself. So there were a couple of things that I thought I'd share with you. Obviously, we all have our targets for and our goals set for this month, whether it's IC bonus or to get to DM or to get to AM. And because we've got reduced qualification this month, then everybody's really flat out to try and get there. So there's three things that I thought would make it really simple if we were all able to do these every day, which would help with our own personal belief and actually the activity that we need to do. So the first thing he talked about was spending at least 20 minutes, if not half an hour, on a miracle morning. And in that time, I think you can probably only do part of the miracle morning. And for me, the best part of the whole miracle morning is if you start with your gratitude list, because when you're in a state of gratitude, it's quite difficult to feel negative. So start with your gratitude list, and then affirmations. And if anybody needs any help with affirmations, just message me separately and I can help you with those. So affirmations about your business and about what you want to achieve. So things like, I'm attracting people to my team, I'm attracting clients to try my products, those kind of things, and just write them down. And then the third thing I think is to read a personal development book, because you cannot do this business without doing the personal development. There are loads of recommendations on the Armfield Nation page. So if anybody needs any help with recommendations, let me know and I can send you the list. But even if you were to only read 10 pages of a personal development book, it's doing that consistently. And if you do that every day from now till the end of the month, it will help you to achieve your goals. And I think that's what it's all about, consistency. And you can do these three things within an hour. The second thing, excuse me, is about posting messages. And I think the posting should be either about the transformation you're going through, whether that's the 30-day plan, or if you're not doing the plan, what are you doing to be healthy? Are you using Digestion Plus? Are you aware of the foods that don't serve you? Are you maybe having a shake a day? Whatever it is that you're doing, if it's not on the health side, what are you doing with your skin? So show the products you're using. Either do it in a story or a post, but actually show people what you're doing with your products. And then personal development. So even if it's what book you're reading, because people will want to know, what is she doing that's making a difference? Because they'll see the difference in you even over the next kind of 2 weeks. So, or even if it's exercise, whatever you're doing that's synonymous with holistic health and well-being, then post that as a message, and post at least a couple of messages every day, because people will follow your story then. And then I think the third thing, sorry, I have to have some more. The third thing then is, and this for me was the biggest challenge, and he's suggesting Instagram, is to reach out to 10 people on Instagram by either liking their posts, making a comment on their post or their story, and then of that 10, invite 2 of them to look at the business. So what he said he does is he'll maybe do some messaging and some comments, and then he'll leave it for a couple of hours and he'll go back and say, I've been thinking about you and I think you would be amazing at this business. I'd love to share with you what I'm doing. Are you willing to jump on a call, or can I send you some information? So for me, that's really challenging, because I find making relationships with people I don't know on Instagram really tough, but I did it today and I did get some response. So I think it's about getting out of your comfort zone, whether you're using Facebook or Instagram. He uses Instagram, so So that's the third thing. So 20 minutes of Miracle Morning, which is gratitude, affirmations, and reading at least 10 pages of a book. Posting messages about what you're doing with your products, even if it's showing the products in your bathroom cabinet or putting the makeup on or whatever, making shakes or doing personal development, and then messaging 10 people on whatever platform you're using, whether it's Instagram, Facebook.
How does he choose the 10 to message? Just out of curiosity.
So one of the ways he does it is, so say if he's doing a post and he's using hashtags like exercise, detox, whatever, he'd click on those to see who else is using those, and then have a quick look through their feed and think, oh, that person is interested in whether it's exercise or nutrition or skincare or walking or playing golf or whatever it is that you have a passion about, makeup, whatever it is. So like when I do get back to the golf, I will look back on people who are sort of golfing, because that's something I can talk to people about. Helen, you love walking, and so you might look at walking or whatever the hashtags you're using when you're posting, and that's how he would find the people that would be of interest. So
so he just likes their post, or does he say something?
Yeah, he liked their post, or he'll say something like, like I'm doing one on style and fashion. So I'll say, oh, I really love that outfit. Wouldn't have worn that with that. Where did you get it? Or something like that. I think it's got to be genuine, and it's got to be you. So pick the things you're comfortable with, or even if someone, like I posted today about this Eckhart Tolle book I'm reading, and I had quite a few people saying, oh, I really like him. He's really good. What do you think of the book? I'm reading this book, that type of thing. But it's got to be authentic. So it's got to be, like, I couldn't post about babies or kids or anything because I haven't got any. Okay, I might see someone's kid and think, oh, that's really cute, if I know them. But obviously I wouldn't, some stranger's kid go, your kid is cute or whatever. So it's whatever is, like if you're painting and decorating at the moment, for example, Chrissy, you might have that on your story, and then you could hashtag home decoration, tasks in, I don't know, lockdown or whatever. Like,
a good idea. Thanks, Barbara. I can do that, actually.
Yeah, like Claire, you're having to put together, what do you call it? Furniture at home from IKEA. So you could hashtag IKEA DIY or whatever. So someone else will be doing the same thing, and then you have something to comment on, or saying, what a drag, you can't have a tradesperson in your house having to do this. Is anyone else in the same boat? That kind of thing about, people love to be nosy, and they love to know what you're doing. So by posting stuff, people will respond and react to that. So it doesn't always have to be about Arbonne. It can just.
So it's basically about just potentially sharing an interest or something.
Yes.
I don't know. Do you know what? I've seen loads of hashtags and stuff.
Well, I think you're with me, Claire. This is outside my comfort zone, but I'd like to understand and work it out.
And it's a bit out of my comfort zone too, but it is around, like what I've done with the work I've done, and this lady that's helping me with Instagram, I'm doing Instagram on fashion at 50, lockdown, I'm doing golf, although there's not much of that at the moment, but I am playing tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
I know, first game tomorrow. I run in the morning. So in my stories, I always put run. So people have said, oh, that's really good. I like that route or whatever. It's kind of got to be, so I might hashtag Richmond, and then I'll look up who else is hashtag Richmond, or towpath walks, or Deer Park, or somewhere that's kind of local to me, or anything that's, I think about what you're doing at the moment. So like I photographed my birthday stuff last week. I had loads of people say, oh, my birthday was in lockdown as well. How did you get a nice cake? Stuff like that. That is just like, sometimes I think, Jesus, that's so uninteresting, but it's not. It's really interesting to other people. So I think it's about making it authentic. And if anyone needs any help with hashtags or anything, just message me separately, and I can help you with that. We can put hashtags together for what you want to do. And when you click on Instagram and you put the hashtag in, it will show you, like, so say, for example, if you put exercise or daily exercise, it will show you how many people are posting, so you can pick the popular hashtags.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was in the beginner's guide I sent you, Helen.
Well, I read it, but I still, it's just something I don't naturally do. I'm sure Christiana is far better at this than me.
No,
It's all learning for me. I'm sure I can learn it. I've just got to learn it. And it's feeling comfortable, because I wouldn't normally, even though I've had a Facebook page for years, it's only about sharing family photos and messages. It's not about, do you know what I mean? Really talking about myself.
No, I totally get it, because I was quite late to Instagram, so I didn't really use Instagram for hashtagging purposes. It was just I'm into photography, so I really used it for photography purposes, and just to document, you know, my travel photography, or just to document a time for myself, really, like a diary. So more, I was thinking that, you know, whenever if I ever have kids, touch wood, I do, you know, they could look back on like my life, and it was more for that, not for any other reason. And my Instagram page is completely different. I had to learn to use it differently for what, you know, how businesses use it, and like attract.
And that's what I need to learn.
That's what's hard.
Yeah, and also being confident enough to put yourself out there, really.
Yeah, and you know, to be honest, when I started using it first, you know, I was rubbish at it.
So you said you had a lady helping you. Is that someone?
Well, I do now, because now I want to take it to another level. So she's been really helpful, and you know, maybe on one of the calls we can do something just on Instagram, like Dawn is really good at as well. So between Chrissy and Dawn and I, we could maybe share some basics. If you find that useful, we could do that next Thursday.
I think that would be helpful.
Okay.
Very helpful. Because I'm seeing what you're doing, Bob. I think it's almost, Instagram's almost a little bit less personal than Facebook, which I quite like.
Yes, I think that's why I probably geared up for the Instagram more, because I was like, right, I can do like a whole fresh new market of people aligned with my thinking. So like exactly what Barbara was saying. So I'm into like gardening, I'm into cats, I'm into home DIY. So I kind of try and add or try and invite people, or like befriend people that are into this. So I started off with the Arbonne vegan, clean eating, clean makeup, so all the things that Arbonne say, and then I went, okay, what am I interested in? What am I going to kind of do? So I, you know, travel photography, or photography just in general, nutrition, cooking, recipes, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then I think, oh, okay. And then so it's not so much of like, oh, I'm just looking for some random person to like say hi to.
Yeah, you're actually looking for like-minded people that are actually interested. I like that, really appeals to me, because when you start, you know, I love interiors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to build a bit of rapport with somebody when you have a share.
When you have a common interest. So I tell you what, for next week, why don't you all think about 3 to 5 things that you're interested in?
Yeah.
And then next week, we'll in fact, between now and next week, why don't you go onto Instagram? So think of the 5 things, 3 to 5 things. So, okay, so say if mine was fashion. So I might go into the search button, or in a post, I'll put hashtag fashion, and then I'll click on fashion and see who else has posted fashion or food photography or walking or whatever. So if you start with the 3 to 5 things you're interested in, and then write how might that be defined as a hashtag? So just think of the words people would use in their post to describe it, you know.
The other thing that I was thinking, having started last week and then gone back to work, and again no time, where's it gone, is almost, you've got to plan your story for the next week. You do almost have it already. So for me then, okay, I'm really busy, but I can, that 2 minutes, it's there and it's ready to post, and I can literally just post it.
And to be honest, the next stage,
have it planned, really.
Yeah, the next stage is No, I know. The next stage is there are tools you can use to plan your posts, but let's just start with the basics of what are the things I'm interested in, what might I want to post about, and it's visual. So you've got to think about whether you're going to do a story, which is a video, or whether you're going to do a post, which has to be a picture. So it can be a picture that you take yourself, or it can be a you can use some stock photography. So Helen and I shared some stock photography on the 30-day plan because she wanted to track her process in the plan. So if you just start with 3 to 5 things that are your personal interests, even if they're not about Arbonne, they're your personal interests, have a look on Instagram as who is posting about those. Think of what hashtags you might use. And then if you've got that next week, between Chrissy and hopefully Dawn will be on, and myself, we can maybe try and help you with how you might start your Instagram profile.
That would be great. I don't have enough time to really get my head around it. I almost need that shortcut to get there.
Okay, well, let's try and do that.
Like
Helen, you need scouts. You need scouts on yours.
No, we're brownies.
Oh, sorry, beg your pardon, brownies.
Brownies and guides.
Brownies.
No scouts.
I always want to do brownies and guides.
Yeah, we got a Zoom call on Saturday. That was what I was doing just before. So I literally finished work at 7. I had half an hour to send out emails and set up Zoom calls for Saturday for brownies and guides.
So I don't know if you have any restrictions against taking a photograph that you could post, because there's kids in the photograph. You might not be able to do that, but you could, I don't know, you could post a photograph of maybe an event or the symbol for, or what it stands for, and say why you love giving your time to kids. But there's loads of people would be interested in that, and then that's authentic and it's you. And then maybe one of every 3 posts you make something about Arbonne.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. I think I get it. I think I almost need to be analytical and plan it out. Certainly for the first month or so while I get brave, and then have it all ready on a Sunday so that it's there to post during the week.
Or you can use apps like Planoly, which you can do in advance, and you can write all the posts and they'll automatically send them.
Wow.
That is the next. I think I almost need to get there and it's all planned out for me and it just goes. And I can do a week or 2 or whatever.
Yeah, well, you can either do that on a spreadsheet and then each day go to Instagram and post it from your phone, or you can use a tool. I think of all the tools, personally, Planoly is the best one. But maybe rather than, we'll do it in baby steps. So let's do that for next week. And between Chrissy and me and Dawn, we'll try and show you how to, because everyone now has an Instagram account, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the other thing I was going to do, I noticed, I can't remember, I think there's a call at 8, isn't there? Don't know what that one was. I'll put it in my diary tonight. Yeah, a healthy living half hour with Claire.
Yeah, that's the next thing I was going to mention to you. So there's a healthy happy hour at half night training with Claire Westmoreland, who's a doctor. She's really brilliant. If you can get on that call, great. I've asked Shan if it's taped because I can't do it. I'm actually doing DIY myself tonight.
I think she's going to do it every week from what I read.
Right.
At that time, and it's open to guests. So I'm going to go on it tonight myself just to see. But I was thinking of kind of doing a Facebook post on my page to say, if you're interested in finding out more,
then DM me and I can add you to it.
There is a Zoom call next Thursday at 8:30. DM me if you're interested, and I'll give you the call details.
Yeah, there you go.
Put them up there without knowing that people.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea to do that. So that's every. I didn't realize that was every Thursday till 8:30.
Well, that's what I understood, but I'll tell you if it's different after I've been.
Yeah, thanks, Stu. Because Claire Westmoreland's really good. She's quite a funny person, and she's very. She has a nice way about her, and she is a GP that's left her practice now. And then on Sunday morning, there's a skills training every Sunday morning. I'm going to be training on it this Sunday. So I'll check the times, but I believe last week's call was really good. Chrissy, you were on the call, weren't you?
Yeah. It was really good. that it was based on goal settings and how to actually like think about your whys, and it was really good, clear, concise points, and it really gets you to concentrate on why and what you're doing it for in the short term and long term goals, and just setting it out properly.
Okay.
It's 11 to 12, Barbara.
Pardon?
11 till 12.
It's 11 till 12. Okay, so I'm going to do a 10-minute training on it this week. So it'd be good to have your support if you can dial in.
I will be in the car, so I'll be on audio rather than on.
Okay, well, I'll see if they'll record it.
I will probably try and listen.
Okay, that would be
So
good.
this Sunday, 11 till 12.
Yes, this Sunday, 11 till 12. I'll post the thing again in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
So,
I'm going to go walking in the New Forest because I'm allowed out.
oh, excellent. Right, I'm going to just stop recording.